術をかけ、内派をまとめたとて、里が変わらなければどうする。三代目が説得しても、里の者の不信はそうそう消えぬぞ。それにだ。わしのような疑り深い者もそう簡単には考えを変えぬ。その時はどうする。
Danzo lived in a time when war was something that always happened, a time when people who die in war is something that cannot be avoided. Among they have people who really want to protect their families and villages, but among them there are also people who really like power and bloodshed. Even though their goals are different, all of them will only produce the same thing, namely a war. When the family they loved were killed in the war, it will produce a new thing, namely revenge, and when people take revenge for the death of their family, it will give rise to a grudge that will not ever ending, a grudge that was enveloped by a deep hatred. Cycle that is not could have been avoided. Danzo and other ninja including Hiruzen and Tobirama have been surrounded by 20 Kirigakure ninja. One of them must sacrifice himself as bait to save himself. Danzo began to doubt himself as a shinobi, who had made up his mind determination to die as a shinobi, not daring to volunteer his life there. Danzo still had doubts in his heart, doubts about the meaning of something shinobi. In a war, father and grandfather died as a victim of war, died as a shinobi. Danzo did not dare choosing the same path as his father and grandfather. He did not dare to volunteer as bait to protect his friends. He was still too afraid to take difficult choice. The meaning of a shinobi for him is someone who protects the village and dares to sacrifice life for the sake of peace, protecting the people he loves. Danzo, failing to do as he had said himself, fled from the sacrifice as a shinobi was something he shouldn't have done. He felt like sacrificing himself to protect his friends, but the body he has is unable to do so. The friendship between Danzo and Hiruzen was close. They considered themselves as a rival. Danzo felt that Hiruzen was always one step ahead of him, which the difference between the two of them is the sense of self-sacrifice. In the same situation where no one else dared to sacrifice themselves, there Hiruzen actually dared to sacrifice himself. Danzo took too long to make a decision as a shinobi. He did not dare to make decisions like Hiruzen's do. Danzo is a person who really loves the village that he is proud of. He is willing to do anything to protect the village he loves so much. According to him, the village is not just a place to live, the village is a place where a little peace can exist. He knew the beginning of peace was the establishment of a village like that. Once upon a time, during the time when clans were still killing each other, there was formed a village that will be a place of peace for a clan, where all the clans united to establish a peace in the name of a village. Danzo knew the meaning of a village that most people didn't understand. In the era when Uchiha's coup will happen, he will do anything to prevent it. A coup d'etat for him would only lead to the growth of blood and abolish the peace in the village. His love for the village and peace made him fall into darkness. Danzo once thought that the Uchiha clan was a threat from the village of Konoha. Just like that happened during the era of Madara, he himself thought the Uchiha clan would control the Kyuubi for his benefit. During the incident, the death of Minato and Kushina, his disbelief made him fall into a darkness. He felt the Uchiha clan was the mastermind behind an incident. According to the clan, Uchiha did all that in order to get a position in the village of Konoha. He was wrong. Interpret Tobirama's actions against the Uchiha clan. As a result of not his trust in the Uchiha clan, he decided on a spy, namely Uchiha Itachi. Danzo had a close relationship with Hiruzen Hokage at the time. They had the same goal, is to protect the village where they live. Nothing is more important than that goal. But they both have different paths, like Madara and Hashirama. Due to their love exaggerated to the village of Konoha, Danzo decided not to trust anyone except himself. He doesn't want to trust other people, like what happened to Shisui and Itachi. On the other hand, Hiruzen was different. He believed that the Uchiha dispute was against the village can be resolved. He believes that Uchiha's dissatisfaction with the village can be overcome. Finish it. He was sure that the coup that Uchiha would do could be finished with good way, without bloodshed. He believed that Shisui could do just that. Danzo wasn't as good as Hiruzen. He felt he had to sacrifice the Uchiha for peace village of Konoha. He felt the way of negotiating a way without bloodshed with the clan Uchiha will not make the Uchiha clan change. He knows not all of the Uchiha clan want a coup. Among them there are also people who want peace. Uchiha and villagers like Shisui and Itachi. They knew the bloodshed would only be create a new war, a war that shouldn't have happened just because of a coup d'etat by Uchiha. Danzo decided to slaughter the Uchiha clan as the only way to thwart coup plan. He didn't hear a word from Hiruzen. He couldn't believe what happened. Hiruzen believed. He could not believe what he already doubted. Danzo decided Itachi to slaughter his clan in order to protect the village, which is very important for him, the village that became the beginning of a peace. Danzo once said shinobi are people who protect peace from the shadows. Imagine, without people like them peace would not exist. It is not completely wrong, but there is a better way to create peace, namely a sense of mutuality, understood each other as Hiruzen believed. The meaning of this philosophy is Danzo trying to create peace in the village of Konoha through the sacrifice of the Uchiha clan according to him is the right thing. He wants peace in the village he is love. The goals he has are the same as those of Hiruzen. They used to share their dreams even though their personalities are different and they think of themselves as rivals. They are the ones who understand each other the most. The first time we see Danzo we can feel seeing a very evil figure as Vin Lane. For people who don't understand the reason he did that, Danzo is just a person who has doubts and hates the Uchiha clan, people who would do anything for bring down the Uchiha clan, but behind all his actions, back again all he did was to protect the village that was very important to him, protecting something precious to him as a person shinobi. Even though the way he chose was wrong, Danzo until the end of his death did not regret what he had done. All that was done, to protect something very precious, that is a peace.